Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight, you may have guessed by the title of the video, we're going to meet the Konigsberg. That's right, the Tier 4 German cruiser. And I gotta say, I like this ship a lot. So, right off the bat, just some things about it. It's a very compact ship. They've jammed a lot of things into the area of this ship. They managed to put a catapult for a plane right between the smokestacks. That's how compact this is. But it doesn't stop there. It's got 4 torpedo launchers, 2 per side. And further than that, it's got 3 turrets that have 3 guns each at 150 millimeters. Now the good thing about 150 millimeters is that you can still have the armor piercing capability to absolutely wreck cruisers and also Tier 3 battleships. Now, you'll notice I jumped into a party with the UEG Spartan. He has been wanting to play for a long time, and so just happened to be on the same at the same time. He sent me an invite, and I was like, you know what, let's do it. I'm on vacation this week, so why not? And so notice we have multiple cruisers just charging straight across the middle. They're going to get tunnel vision something fierce. And I'm going to come around and give them a little of that Jingles surprise butt sex that everybody likes to talk about. And it's not going to go well for them because this thing is an absolute monster. It's got accuracy. It's got good armor piercing out of the 155 millimeter guns. It is a fantastic ship. And it fires very fast. What is it, 4.5 seconds is how long it takes these guns to reload? So, as you can see... Oh, and did I mention? It's got pretty good torpedoes, too! And we're going to showcase everything in this match, because this is a fantastic match. Now, notice the Furitaka right here. The Furitaka is just begging to be deleted. Now, we also have a Konigsberg coming around straight ahead of me, behind the other rock. But this guy, I'm trying to get to a point where I can shoot him, and I got to hold my fire. I don't want to fire too early. I want to make sure that when I fire at this guy, he's going to feel it. And, ready, here we go. First shot. You know, nothing too much. Just a single citadel taking over half his health with multiple penetrations. But it's okay, because he's still... Oh, hello, Konigsberg. And just go ahead and hold them for me. Oh, we didn't citadel him. Quick, think fast, Spartan. Citadel everything. You got 3 cruisers very close to you. There's 2 citadels. Down he goes. Konigsberg broadside to us right now. Just gonna go ahead, load, and there's 2 more citadels. And as you can see, this is how this game is gonna go. These guys are just begging for it, and we are all too happy to oblige. We've got 3 citadels off this guy. We load some more, and we get 3 more citadels and the kill, taking us up to you know, just 9 citadels for the match. But we're not done yet, guys. There are still plenty of people out there to kill. We've already got 2 kills, and this furry taco has escaped our punishment for now, but for no longer. I no longer have anybody else to worry about, so he gets my undivided attention. And as you can see, this thing and its rapid-fire guns is pretty disgusting. So, he's getting out there at about 10.5 kilometers right now, which is dangerous territory, because then I get plunging fire, potentially, and could potentially citadel him through his deck. So, wait for it. He's kind of broadside, but not really. We get a couple more hits. We're not really doing a whole lot. He is burning to death, so that's good. But we're about to run aground. Spartan, pay attention. You had one job. Oh, that's not preferable. But it's okay, because we're still going to go ahead and shoot at him with the front guns, and because he's got no health left. In Jingles' textbook, saying, when he's got no health, that's when you're going to get the Citadel. Because of course you are. But it's okay, because now we got an Iron Duke in. We've just barely given this ship in front of us, the Konigsberg that we killed earlier, enough time to get out of our way. We're going to go ahead and sail right through his corpse, and we're going to attack this Iron Duke. Now, there's an Iron Duke, there is a German destroyer, and there is a New York out there. Now, like I said, these 150mm guns are definitely strong enough to continue to Citadel Tier 3 battleships when they are broadside on. Especially battleships like the Wyoming and the Iron Duke. So that's why I am still firing armor piercing at this ship. Because I'm getting to a point, and there's the first Citadel, where I'm actually angled enough against him that these are going to start penetrating. Or at least that was the thought process. So, notice how fast they get to the target as well. That's another thing I want to say. You don't have to lead these things as much as you do other ships, because they tend to just dive straight at the ship, and we get another Citadel, taking us up to 12 Citadels for the match. And of course, he starts sailing towards us like he's going to start bow tanking. So I go ahead and say, oh yeah, I forgot, this ship has torpedoes, and pretty decent ones at that. So we go ahead and launch some surprise fish, and we continue to shoot at him, because why not? Just in case, we just want to make sure that he's not paying attention to the fact that I've already launched torpedoes at him. And he looks to be sailing straight into them. And we already have 70,000 damage. This is already a pretty good game for a Tier 4 cruiser. And with those 2 torpedo hits, and managing to finish off the Iron Duke, we are now up to 81,000 with our 4th kill. Now there are 2 ships left. Are we going to get a Kraken unleashed? That is the question. Now I still have my spotter plane. I still have my hydroacoustic search. So I'm feeling pretty good about my odds of finding the destroyer. And so I go ahead, throw up the spotter plane early. We're not detected, so I don't need to throw up the hydroacoustic. And we're just going to see what we can find. Now, I'd rather not run into the New York right away. Now, I'm already detected, and I can't see what's seeing me. So I'm assuming that there is a destroyer nearby. I pop my hydroacoustic, and I find a New York right afterwards. Now, I know the New York wasn't spotting me before I could spot him. So the cruiser, or the destroyer, is nearby. And so we're gonna play a deadly game of get close enough to torp this New York. And we go ahead and we switch to high explosive. We're looking for the cruiser while fighting a New York. If we're looking for the cruiser, we're looking for the destroyer. I apologize. I'm saying the wrong thing all the time. But we set the New York on fire, and the commander that I'm using is Shear for the Germans. He's the second commander that I've been able to unlock with the crates so far, so that's why. But we're getting closer and closer to this New York, which means we're getting more and more dangerous, as he is going to start being able to overmatch our bow and go straight through and citadel us. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn broadside. And while we're turning broadside, he's within 6.5 kilometers and sailing kind of towards us. So we've got our armor piercing loaded. We give him straight through the side of his ship. Unfortunately, with the New York having such a low citadel, it's very difficult to citadel him with a cruiser. But we don't need to citadel him, because we are well within range of being able to torp him. And these things have fantastic spreads. Like, the narrow spread on these keeps those 3 shells the 3 torpedoes very close to one another, even at decent distances. And so, when you get one, you're going to get more than one. At least 2, and unfortunately for this New York, all of them. Literally all of those torpedoes impacted him. And that is our Kraken, and we are now at 116,000 damage. We've managed to avoid the torpedoes, but unfortunately our hydroacoustic search has run out. Which means we have no way to detect this guy unless we get close enough to spot him. And unfortunately, he has no intention of revealing himself to me. He's going to stay outside of detection range and just try to torp me. Which is what he should do, because he knows that if he gets spotted, I will kill him. I've already killed 5 of his teammates. I know what I'm doing. And as you can see, as I'm closing in on where I'm pretty sure he's at, I'm starting to change direction quite a bit. I don't have the ability to detect his torpedoes until the very last second. So I've got to continue to move around to try to make sure that I don't get torped like this. Oh my god, not like this. Okay, we're good. We're good. That's why we stay on our toes. We know the torps are coming. We see his smoke screen. So now we've got to try to figure out where we're going to catch him. Now, this is not a slow ship. This is an interceptor. This thing literally is an interceptor. So he knows that he can't just flat out outrun me. He might be able to go faster than me with his engine boost, but he can't just flat out run away from me because he will get detected at some point. And he's close enough that he feels like he needs to use a smoke screen. And unfortunately, our hydroacoustic still has not come back yet. But I know that he's not still in the smoke screen because he's detecting me. So I know that I don't need to go straight into the smoke screen. And as you can see, I am zigzagging all over the place. I do not want to take the chance of this little frickin' thing torping me to end my match. But we have 975 points. We have 2 of the 3 caps, and we're about to cap the 3rd. We do cap the 3rd, and that's going to be GG. Our 1,000 points runs out, and we finish the match having one of my best matches ever in a cruiser. And what do we end up with, guys? You know, just a casual 116,000 damage, 12 citadels, 5 targets hit with torpedoes. Just fantastic. Devastating strike. Kraken Unleashed. High caliber. 124 total hits on the enemy. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button. Leave a comment below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, I will see you in the next video.